Welcome to the Pizzacave podcast, Labor Day weekend 2016. We have a big, packed show today. It's not just me and Corey. Today we got Kevin Lawson in the house. What's your Twitter? Honolulu
Blue for life.
Honolulu Blue for life. We got Alex behind the camera. We got Jamie behind the camera. And we got Michael. I'm not going to give away your...
Don't reveal my secret identity, please.
Vanderpool.
Yeah.
Michael Vanderpool. That's about all I'm going to say. And, of course, Corey, with me always, the fake Jim Price right here. Corey Yos, the lead singer of Crossroad Kerosene. You want to sing Dusty Road right now?
It's called Dusty Town, technically. At least you got the band of the name right for the band. That's good.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's going to be okay.
I always mess it up. Anyways, the 2-hour show, live show, we're going to be talking Lions, pretty much the whole show. We're going to share our stories. Michael's going to explain what's going on. But if you want to interact with the show, you can call 1-858-769-4903 or use the hashtag Pizzacave. And shout out to the Pizzacave sponsors, CMH Buys Houses and the Ford Road Barbers. And normally, Corey knows, we usually do a pick show.
Right.
So this week, no picks, but next week we come back with NFL picks, college football picks, top 25, guest selectors for all you degenerate gamblers like me.
Get your Monopoly money ready, folks.
Get your Monopoly money ready. So
kids need shoes. School time.
And then at the end of the show, I'm going to go over the golf outing I'm going to have October 8th, an update, and still looking for some golfers. And you can always find the Pizza Cave podcast on Facebook and on Twitter. Now, to the reason why we're here, Lions documentary that he's doing, Alex and Jamie. Kick it off. Talk about it.
Well, before I get into it, Freddie,
of course.
Thank you for having me up here and feeding me some pizza this morning. There's no better breakfast than a slice of pizza, right?
Thank you, brother.
And just if we can, in lieu of maybe picks today, can we do a prediction on the season for the Lions? I know it's kind of ridiculous, right? But I mean that's the fun of predictions. But I am working on a documentary about what it means to be a Lions fan, because I don't think that people outside of this area or outside of the Honolulu Blue and Silver actually get like what we have gone through in our lives. You know, myself, I've been a fan since. I mean, grew up like. I went to a few games, a game at the Silverdome. I remember, 91.
What happened in 91? What happened in 91? I fell asleep.
I don't know.
Well, that was in Washington, right? Let's not talk about that too much.
Speaking of Washington Redskins, we might have a star in the making. Dwayne Washington, right? So Washington, maybe we'll get a payback?
Something's got to give. Something's got to give, right? Isn't that what we all think? Like, next year, right? Next
I think we just exactly hit the head right there. Freddie has found hope somewhere, and that is the Lions. There's hope in some small thing.
I think you just described the Lions.
That is the Lions fan.
Because, so I have a son now, right?
Yep.
And I chose to be a Lions fan. So I'm making a choice if I want to raise my son as a Lions fan. And I'm like, do I really want to do that to him? And I'm looking at this from the perspective, like, I want to talk to fans all over the place. And what I really want to try to find out is, are Lions fans, are we masochists? Are we just eternal optimists? Or are we just, like, totally screwed up in the head? What's the deal? Why do we keep following this team that game after game builds us up and then just smacks us down, right?
Let's ask a season ticket holder right here since 1991, Kevin Lawson. Another pizza man in the house right here, legendary Kevin Lawson. No relation to Shaq Lawson.
Nope. I would say probably all of the above. I mean, there's got to be a certain amount of masochistic thoughts. I mean, we just keep coming back. And of course you have to be an optimist. I mean, our Super Bowl is the draft, right?
Yeah.
So
it's true.
That's the optimist thing. You're sitting there. That 4th round pick is going to make the difference. Now we're going somewhere. That's how we think.
Jake Rudock next Tom Brady.
There you go.
So, see, he says we always keep coming back, right? We always do keep coming back. So if the Lions win the Super Bowl, is it all done? Are we done with them? Are we like don't keep coming back? So we got our Super Bowl, we're done. You know, it's like meeting a girl. First time you get her in the bed, and then you got her, and that's it. You don't want her anymore. Is it gonna be something like that?
I think there's still gonna be people complaining that Stafford
That's what I
didn't. You know, there was one drop pass or Stafford had a bad throw. Right? There's haters.
It'd be a hard time to deprogram us to just a regular fan that enjoys success and understands success. How would we even do that? I mean, we apply it to everything. I mean, that's how even Tigers fans. The Tigers have been in the playoffs for so many years, but if you look at social media, they're horrible. I mean, they're always one missed ground ball from being the worst team in the league. That's kind of, I think, we're wired around here to just be so gun shy. You know, we know the horrible thing is coming.
So, like right now, early season, everybody's giving their predictions, right? So I think the people who are predicting like 2-14 or 4-12, I think that's like a self-defense thing, right? You just don't want to hope too much, right? You got a little bit of hope, but you don't want to or reveal that you're hoping. Like me,
right? I think that's what it is. You don't want to reveal it, because I mean we're like the drug addict. We'll go in the back room and do our line, okay? Because I mean it's what it is. I mean
he's in a band, so
yeah, I'm in a band. My grandkids enjoy my
Crossroad Kerosene. Find them on iTunes and Amazon.
Yeah, you don't want to almost like admit that, hey, I still think they're going to win. We're all going to sit and talk about how bad they are and how they've crushed us. And then later on, we're going to see something where we're like, man, they could do it this year in our own heads. You know what I mean? You can't not do that.
We're doing that right now.
Right?
We're doing it. I mean, we're literally today at 4 p.m., they have to cut down to 53, right? And we're doing it right now. Like, they got a chance to win it. How about Chase Billingsley? Right. He should make the team.
Right, and we're gonna freak out if they don't keep him.
Yeah, and I'm already thinking
this make the difference in the Super Bowl or not.
I think he's gonna be a star, and we're doing it right now. And he was undrafted, and Zach Zenner was the same thing last year. He did great in the preseason, undrafted. Then he went on the IR all year, and that was it. You know, it's just we're doing it right now. So. If you got any Lions stories, you want to interact with us, give us a call, 1-858-769-4903. Your audio might be part of a Lions documentary, so share a great story. We want to hear it. We're going to give you plenty of them. So, yeah, Kevin, I mean, you know, they're going to cut down to 53 today, and what do you guys... I mean, they're gonna. Let's talk running backs. Let's talk wide receivers right now. I know we're talking Lions history, but I want to talk about this year's team real quick. Abdullah's going to be your number one back. Riddick, Burton, your three, and then you're going to have Dwayne Washington's going to make the team.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean,
no doubt.
There's talk out there that he's not going to make he might not make he's practice squad. I'm like, really?
No.
So do they keep 5 running backs? Do they keep Zach Zenner? Okay, is my question. And then do they keep 6 wide receivers? And you know your wide receivers are going to be Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, Anquan Bolden, and they're talking T.J. Jones as your forward. I don't agree with that, but now you have a bubble here. In my question, and I'm throwing out to the listeners too. You can call in. Do you keep a 5th running back in Zach Zenner, or do you keep 2 rookie wide receivers in Jay Lee and Chase Billingsley? Because is a 4th wide receiver really going to be used on this team? Is a 5th running back really going to be used on this team because you have Theo Riddick that's going to catch a lot of balls, and you have Ebron that's supposed to catch a lot of balls? Do you want to take a chance of losing Jay Lee and Billingsley? Because to me, Billingsley, he can step right in and play. He kicks off. He punts the ball. He doesn't punt the ball. He returns punts. He probably could punt the ball.
He's a hell of a punter. I've seen him.
Sam Martin better watch out.
Yeah. I mean, I think he can play center and knock the nose guard off. This kid has, I mean, what did Bill Parcells, Tom Landry, Bill Belichick always say when it comes to drafting? You can never measure a guy's heart. This guy seems to have the heart, right? I want a guy like him on the team. I don't want T.J. Jones on the team. We've given him a chance. Am I wrong on this? Keeping him and letting him make some plays? Kevin, go ahead.
No, I like Billingsley a lot. He's scrappy.
Yeah.
And let's look at where Quinn came from, New England. Could in 2 years he develop into a mini Edelman type? Possibly, out of the slot. Like you said, returning kicks and punts. That takes that wear and tear off Abdullah and Golden.
Mm-hmm.
They're not back there getting hammered 16 weeks in a row.
If Golden Tate returns a punt this year or any kick, I'm just gonna throw something.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
I agree.
Right?
He can do an end around.
Yes.
And you say he's Bill Bell. Where did he come from? New England. Well, even go a step even before that. How about Bill Parcells? How about Dave Meggett? Phil McConkey.
Yes.
I mean, there's some guys there. There's another guy. I think Brian Mitchell was a guy. I don't know if he started with Parcells. I could be wrong on that, or maybe he played for the Giants. He's another guy, small guy. Return kicks, run the ball, slot. But let's face it, Theo Riddick's gonna get a lot of catches. What do you think about Chase Billings there?
I think he's a hell of a punter. It really comes down to it.
Tom Brady can punt. Do you remember his punt?
Well, right. I think he can punt. I don't know. I think we're being Lions fans. I think we're like we've already like bid into Quinn and New England. We if he makes a weird cut, Billingsley, whether he keeps some, we're gonna view that as we'll give him some leeway because that's how he's from New England. That's his pedigree, and we're gonna want to see. We hope that he does what Randy Smith tried to do to the Tigers. He tried to make the Tigers San Diego Padres. They were absolutely horrible. We're hoping Quinn turns us into New England Patriots. It's a crazy thought, but eventually you do have to hit. You have to hit on a few of those guys. That's what the teams eventually do is they hit on a weird guy or a pickup, and some of them have to start hitting for the Lions.
But are we so predisposed to, the Millen era, the Mayhew era of like GMs who just have not gotten it done, that we want to believe in Quinn, but we don't believe it? Like the epitome of being a Lions fan, right? You have this hope that he's going to be able to do something, but you're like, So we're always second guessing, right? Because we second guess every move that Millen, Mayhew, everybody's made in the recent history. We're going to have people that are second guessing Quinn, of course, even though we don't know everything that they know.
Well, no, we don't. We don't go to practice. We don't watch film. They obviously know better than us. I think what happens is you see a predicted result, and in your brain you just think, well, I know. I can evaluate talent. I knew that guy sucked, and guess what? He sucked. So I must be able to do this. I must know all these guys because you nail it. Some are just obvious.
I went 16-0 in Madden, so I can run this team.
Right. And I've won fantasy like twice.